Our lives. Wave at everybody.
No.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning back into Retreat Chat. Whether you're with us live or you're checking out this video later, we appreciate it. What I've been doing this week and we'll be doing next week is talking to each of the leaders and service providers and speakers that are going to be attending the October 16th through 19th Whole You Retreat. And just kind of give you an introduction, kind of give you the vibe of what we're going for and who the people are that are going to be running the show. And I'm really excited to be able to get to introduce you to Rachel Dirks today. She is brand new to our team. This will be her first retreat ever. And she's going to be offering all kinds of good stuff that I don't want to, I'm going to let her share about. But so Rachel, I know there's a story behind everyone and why they do what they do. Would you take a minute and just kind of introduce yourself to everyone here and share that with us, why you do what you do?
Well, I'm Rachel, and I do what I do because I have experienced firsthand the benefits of filling the cup of your heart. And so I teach yoga, I do Reiki, sound healing, yoga therapy, and then I lead international yoga retreats.
Mhm.
I also am an Ayurvedic practitioner. So I have felt a lot of physical and emotional discomfort throughout my life and turned to yoga and different holistic practices. And through that, I've been able to be where I'm at now, which is feeling my best. I've developed lovely relationships and yeah, I think that it's important to take care of yourself.
It is. We only have one shot at this, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And absolutely nurturing ourselves in this way. And it really, the practices that you are able to lead are very, I mean, not that they can't be very athletic and strenuous and a workout, but it's nurturing as well.
And I think that's part of the reason why there is so many different teachers and there's different lineages of yoga and there's lots of different options. So if people are wanting more of a workout, there's space for that. There's teachers for that. The way that I have been trained and the healing that I felt in my own physical, emotional, spiritual body has been more nurturing practices. So slowing down and just taking time to experience your breath and the shape. And that's kind of how I like to lead.
Oh, I love it. That's right up my alley. So it's good to hear. So what do you love most about helping women and if you're able to even gear towards helping women that are navigating midlife transitions, right in the heat of it?
I think it's really important to allow ourselves the opportunity to be where we're at right now. And whether that is like a big pivotal transition, maybe you're an empty nester, you're moving to a different career, you're in a health journey, maybe you have separated from a relationship, maybe you're going through perimenopause or menopause, to just be really present with where you're at now and not sit and dwell on the past and not sit and focus on the future. And when you bring different kinds of holistic practices into your life, it kind of helps you to learn how to come into the now and realize that there's not always problems that we have to fix, that we're whole just the way that we are.
Yep.
And to just kind of, I feel like sometimes too, especially after I had my kids, there was a part of me that was mourning and kind of grieving the Rachel that I was before I was a mom. And I kept trying to get back to that and get to learn myself. And really, I just kind of had to realize that I'm never going to go back to that space. And that again allowed me to love myself right where I'm at, right here and now. And that is a practice. And it's sometimes we have to just do it every single day, multiple times with each step in front of the other. And sometimes it's just becomes easier, but yeah, I love to be able to help feel people and women, everybody just feel good in their own skin again and be content and full of gratitude and in love.
Well, I love, how you shared about going through your own transition of just kind of you kind of lost who you used to be. when you
Yeah.
become a mother, you kind of do that.
Hmm.
And we dive all into our roles. And for me, a big part of my story is, when I'm launching my kids, then who am I now? Because I have, we do kind of just invest so heavily in everybody else, sometimes to the exclusion of ourselves. And
100.
so important to be able to bring it back in a practice like yours helps people just be here now. I love
Yeah.
how you said also the past and the future. I think that's so many people are living, in the fearful future or the past that it wasn't so great, and boy, we're just wasting this beautiful thing that is life, which is right now. So thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
At the retreat, you're going to be guiding and leading and providing yoga. And I think you mentioned you were going to bring your sound bowls
Yeah.
and you offer Reiki. Why don't you just kind of elaborate on each of those practices and what that's going to look like for us in this setting?
Okay. Yoga will be everyone's welcome, every single body, whether or not you're familiar with yoga, you practice every single day, once a week. Maybe there's people that have never done yoga, but it's going to be accessible to all levels, all bodies, and it's going to be focused on coming into our breath, which allows us to come into the now, and it'll be focused on calming the central nervous system. And just really learning how to move from a place of gratitude and fill a cup of your heart. And then, and that'll be, people can do as little or as much as they want. There's no expectations, there's no right or wrong. I think discernment's a beautiful thing. So people can do as little or as much as they want, or if a shape feels really good and they want to continue to hang out there, then they should do that. So we will focus on some really just compassionate, nourishing yoga classes if people choose to partake. And then we will do sound bath. And what I have is crystal bowls. They're quartz crystal bowls that have been hammered down and shaped into the bowl, attuned to a musical note. And I will bring probably just 7. So we'll focus on the chakras that run the length of the spine. And each one of the bowls is attuned to one of the musical notes that goes in alignment with the chakras. And as I play the bowls, it'll emit a sound and a vibration that is essentially washing over and through the body, kind of moving out stagnated energy that resides within those chakra centers. And for those of us that need science to tell us if something works, science is backing sound healing. They're saying up to 2 times a week can be really beneficial for anxiety, depression, for those seeking clarity, insomnia. And so it's just kind of familiar or kind of similar to binaural beats, if you're familiar with that, where it's just activating different areas of the brain, bringing you in to a meditative state. And I encourage people to use lots of props. So you can use blankets or sit on the couch or bring pillows if you need something under the legs or between the knees to get really cozy. We'll start that practice with a really gentle yoga flow just to kind of get our wiggles out, warm the body, kind of connect to our breath and intention, and then go ahead and settle in to the actual sound portion where it's just really nourishing and releasing. Sometimes it brings tears about. Sometimes people sleep the whole time. Sometimes people feel an array of different sensations. It's different for everyone every single time. So that's what the sound healing looks like. And then Reiki is another form of energetic healing. So I am a Reiki master, and Reiki is working with the chakra system as well. And for those that come to the retreat or come to any of what I'm offering, I'll definitely explain more about the chakra system, but they're basically energetic homes within the body. And so if someone comes to a Reiki session with me, what it will look like is you'll fill out an intake form, some basic questions, and then you'll basically just lie down with your clothes, get cozy on the massage table. And I will kind of lead you through some breath and just calming the central nervous system with the breath. And then normally people fall asleep the whole time. And I will kind of just pull out energetic knots, essentially, of what is happening. And then while I'm doing that, I do what's called body mapping. So I will be writing things that maybe come through. That way I don't have to try to remember everything. And then the receiver and I can go through the body mapping afterwards and just kind of talk about it briefly. They can take that with them, do what they will. But Reiki has been shown to improve your quality of sleep, help with rest, and improve your immune system. It's a nice gift for yourself.
Well, I hope I get to definitely do that with you, if not at the retreat another time, because I have had a couple of Reiki experiences and they are pretty incredible. Not knowing what to expect, um, I came out just feeling more relaxed than I had been in a long, long time. And you can't explain it really because it's not, there's not a lot of touch going on with
Yeah.
me. And it's kind of like, wow, right?
Yeah. We're kind of just combing through the body. And then some people feel like it's a little woo-woo, and that's okay. But once you do feel it, then you understand that the power of our energy and our heart is really expansive. And sometimes we just need to be taken care of. And sometimes we just need somebody to kind of comb through our energy and give us a reset. And yeah, a lot of times people leave feeling much lighter physically, emotionally, energetically. And they continue to come back. I have people that come once a year. That's their birthday gift. I have people that come seasonally. I have people that come every 6 weeks. So it just kind of is different for different people.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you for that. I can't, it's just gonna, I'm so excited that you're going to be there. This is so neat. So Rachel, in your view, why is now? We talked about now. Why is now the time for women to step away, reconnect with themselves, invest in themselves, meet a new tribe of a new support system? Why now?
I think, again, just coming back to the present moment, now is really all we have. And now we can begin to make changes and grow relationships and forgive ourselves and unlearn maybe lessons that we've learned and learn how it is that we want to feel and that we want to move. Um, I think women coming together to hold space for one another and lift each other up and be vulnerable and open and move your bodies and share your stories is such a beautiful way to hold and heal not only yourself but others. And retreats that I have led in the past, they're life-changing, whether or not it's just a women's retreat or not. Giving yourself that time to step away from life, to not have to clean the house, to not have to do laundry, to not have to respond to emails. You have no one to take care of, and nowhere to go, just doing what you need. I think is just a beautiful gift. And I would love for everyone to be able to experience that, just being present now. And if that means partaking in all the offerings that myself and others are leading, perfect. And if that means sitting outside in the sun and just listening to nature, then that's where you need to be right now. But it's an opportunity for you to just be where you need to be and honor your inner teacher.
Yes, absolutely lovely. Thank you. So for the women, this is kind of just the last question I have for you. For the women that are watching this right now, and they may be just hesitating a little bit, they may be unsure about the time commitment, the money, stepping away from their roles, their responsibilities. What would you say to encourage them?
Your health is your wealth. As far as money goes, I mean, it comes and it goes, it flows. And I know there's like, for many of us, there's those ebbs and flows where there might be stress and there's other things we can spend our money on. But I do think at the end of the day, when you are healthy in your heart and your mind and your physical body, that is the ultimate form of wealth. When you have a calm central nervous system, and also you're leading from example. So if it is a concern that you're stepping away from life at home, from your children, you're leading and you're showing them it is important and it's worthwhile and you're worth it to step away, to take care of yourself. And we all need those breaks. And I think myself and so many people that I know, we're going nonstop. We have kids that are in sports and we're volunteering or we're cleaning or we're responding to emails or we're driving. We're doing all of the things. And then we're pouring from an empty cup. And then we get depleted, or we feel sick, or we feel emotionally drained, or we feel resentful, or we feel disconnected. And sometimes we have to stop and we have to fill our own cups so that we can continue to go and help fill the cup of others. So I think that if it is something that you're contemplating, yeah, I would just encourage you to take that leap of faith and do something kind for yourself.
Yes, thank you. I love that. Rachel, thank you so much for sharing today. And I just cannot wait to experience myself your yoga and the sound bowls and if I can sneak in Reiki, whatever, I cannot wait for that. And friends, ladies, you can join us too. Go to thewholeuniverse.com to learn all about it and all of the retreats. It's Colorado Mountain Retreat. Again, October 16th through 19th, just a little over a month away, and we do have a few spots left, so we would love for you to join us. So until then, hey Rachel, thank you so much. Let's say goodbye. And we'll
Later.
see you later.